This is gonna be YouTube sketchbook tour. What's up, gamers? It's your boy, Avocado Toast. So, we're here to get down to business. Sorry there's sounds. There's always gonna be sounds because I live in a house that's made of air and the air conditioner's right outside that window. There's nothing I can do about it, so sorry. Please do try to ignore. What we got in store today? The light will change. The lighting is going to change from time to time because there are clouds outside and the weather cannot choose what it would like to do. But you don't care about that. You're here to see not one, not two, not three, but five sketchbooks that I have finished in the last 2 months. I didn't finish any sketchbooks for like a year. Literally, I did not complete one sketchbook from 2023 to 2024. And then at the end of 2024, I was like, it's time to get back on this horse. Because I always wind up liking the art that I made. I always look back at my old stuff and I'm like, you know, I didn't like this at the time, but this is fun. This is good, you know? So no more of that. No more of not making things because you think you don't like it now. You'll like it later, or you won't. It doesn't matter. You should make it anyways. Got camera here. I got camera here. So we're going to mix and match, switch back and forth. Come along this journey with me of all these. I'm gonna go kind of chronological. So we're gonna start with the oldest first. Which one of these is the oldest? It's one of these two. This one is when I started in September, and it has a sticker on it from Angie JPEG. Go forth, seek out. It's great. Do you want a close-up of this? Ooh, close-up of the sticker. So cute, right? I will influence you always to go buy stickers from artists that I like because that's the point of having a sticker, is to have stickers from artists that you like. Or prints if you can never get them somehow, some way. So, oh, and look, we have another sticker on the back. This one is from evangaqueen Instagram. Here, this is a Nina Cosford sketchbook, which I very much like. I think it's cute. And let's get into it. This sketchbook is pretty evenly spread out. Like, it's kind of just generally from September through May of this year. So September last year, May of this year. I don't normally fill the first page because it sticks together and I hate that. And I hate smushing it down because it doesn't smush down nice. So we forget about that. This is the first page. You're gonna see like a lot of iterations of characters that are either gonna be in one story or aspects of them will be split up into several stories. So hopefully you don't get too attached to anything you see. Also, worry not if you hear children screaming. It's because there's a party going on outside. So before we go through this, let me tell you what you're going to see probably in here, because I don't really know specifics. But generally speaking, my sketchbooks tend to contain notes to myself about various things, affirmations when my goopy goblin brain is tormenting me, and then all of the drawings. It's mostly drawings. It's very little writing, and it's very little goopy goblin brain fighting, but it'll be in there. First page. We have, I think I was like I went on a bike ride, did these like little thumbnails of where I biked to. Very cute, right? I think it's very cute as well. I liked this composition the most. I did this iteration of it and then I did this one. And I like this one the most. Eyes, love some mysterious eyes with sparkles. Character who has been scrapped. At least that form of them. This page was just Chihiro explorations. I think I was looking at the art book. Little doodles, my cat, my other cat. I draw them a lot. I really like this one, but she goes wah all the time. She doesn't really meow. She goes wah. Oh no, not legs. Don't flag me for legs, please. We've got legs in a box. We've got legs in a different box. We've got guy inside of a box on his legs. More mannequins. These are from some books. You'll also see a lot of studies in these sketchbooks. These were all based off of someone else's photographs that I was referencing the composition for. I was trying to break down how to compose a piece based on an emotion. So I thought about what that would look like. Character that I'm, again, possibly going to scrap, but he's really cute. He's so cute, I don't want to scrap him. That's the luxury of ours. You can do whatever you want. Why would you want AI to do it for you when you can do it and it's fun? I was practicing my Japanese a lot at this time, and this is supposed to be me. My hair was obviously much shorter, you can see. Very diligently sitting at a desk thinking about all the characters that I was learning. I need to pick that back up again. Another character that's loosely based off of one of my figurines. This was kind of like a free flow thought page. I just kind of put images to words as they came to me. More explorations of that character. Oh, and you'll probably notice this is based off of the Sumiko Gurashi characters. More little characters that I think these just kind of were characters I thought about. These are aspects of maybe some of the magic in the world that I'm making for chipping away at. Alright, oh, these were cool. Okay, so this guy is supposed to look like the main character from Hyper Light Drifter, which is a little, it's not exactly a platformer, but it's like a 2.5 8-bit pixel game. Really fun. And then this was just because I wanted to imagine what it would be like if you like saw a character really far away and what details you would see, and then what you would see if you zoomed up really close. These are supposed to be the style of one of the art books that I have, which is like a fashion art book. It's an illustrated art book that's illustrated Japanese fashion. It's really cute, but I really like these two characters, and I had these inks. I got really into Lamy Safaris at this time, so these are with 5 different Lamy Safaris because I got addicted. This is Tokage. This is a drawing of a pen that I have from Angie.jpg. I know this says Silco, but this is actually supposed to be my spouse. This is also my spouse. More perspective study. I got a different perspective book that put things in a different perspective for me. More Lamy Safari, figure drawings, more figure drawings. These are specifically figure drawings from the book Force by Michael Matesi. A little idea for a story that I had. What if you had a little curbside cafe, and what would it look like? This is kind of based off of my Animal Crossing Legos. Also based off my Animal Crossing Legos. This is from a different anatomy book that I can't remember the name of right now, but I really like it a lot. Character explorations, kind of more personality and relationships background for the project V6S. This is one of the main characters in V6S. My cat in a little in this little tent that we have. I don't know who she is, but she is cool. Oh, poetry. Sometimes I write like poetry with my artwork. I really like using my vinyl figurines as a reference point. So, cause you can like take apart their hair and their clothes and their face and rearrange them. So it's kind of fun. You get lots of variety. I was doing a lot of Lamy Safari pen plus watercolor. I thought that looked really cool. I like the bleed. The bleed is a really nice effect. This is supposed to be like an anthropomorphized version of my cat because I liked the idea of making her into a little character who owns a bakery. She likes to make bread. These are actually based directly off of, these 3 are based directly off of the book. I'll just like, this is the book. This is the book that I've been using. Ta-da, okay. But this is my idea actually. I just like, this, after I did these, I was like, ooh, what if I make my kitten into a little baker? She's not a kitten, she's 4 years old, but that doesn't matter to me. She's a kitten in my heart. And cute, right? And like she's got little bakery dust on her apron. I just love that drawing so much. This page, I have no idea what happened here, but they can't all be winners. These 3 were fun. Okay, this is supposed to be my cat. I was practicing perspective and my cat was like laying on top. These are actually my own designs, trying to mimic his style, but like including aspects that I enjoy in my artwork. I really like these 2, more Sumiko Gurashi characters, and also based off of vinyl figurine, I don't know what any of this is. I think it was just doodle time. Supposed to definitely be me. while the cherry blossoms were blooming this spring, it was so idyllic looking that I had to like draw a little sketch of it. And then I wanted to draw something that might turn into a painting. I might still turn this into a painting. It's really cute. Some figure drawings. Oh, I burned my hand and I was really, really anxious about not being able to draw. I'm really sad about it. So I tried to draw with my left hand. Teen Titan, Island, Robin, Raven. I was watching Teen Titans. Little Cupid baby. I don't know what to draw. Some fairies of different kinds. I really like this one. This is also Lamy Safari pens. More line practice, and some squares and shapes. Some shapes. This looks like it says inappropriate things, but it doesn't, I swear to God. So recently I started reading Brandon Sanderson's books, Mistborn 1. I think this was back in February. So I drew Vin. I drew what I thought Vin would look like in her Mistborn cape. My spouse reading outside. This is all supposed to be my spouse, but I don't know where his body went. This is a sad comic. If you like sad comics, you can check out my specialty sad comic Instagram right here. You thought it was gonna be over there. That's what I thought as well. This is supposed to be Keroppi, but it's specifically Keroppi from a collaboration between Hello Kitty and Tokidoki. So I got a blind box from that. And mine was a skateboarder. I mean, I think I have him. Oh yeah. Look at our boy. And he like can skate because the wheels are functional. Isn't that fun? Wow, it is freaking dark in here now. I do not simply control the weather, but I do control how in focus I am on my camera. So let's get back to the sketchbook. Oh, great. Okay. I know that sketchbook. So that was that sketchbook. Let's go fast through the other ones, because if I take this on all of them, oh my God, we're never gonna get through this. Are we gonna have to have a part 2? Find out. Okay. This sketchbook I started in October of last year, and I stopped it. I ended it. I got done with it. That's what I wanted to say. I got done with it in March of this year. Starting out strong with some sketches. This, I don't know who this is, but she's cute. Hey, I know how to draw a cutie. What can I say? This idea was like the premise of two friends who are at Halloween festival activities, like at one of those fall carnivals, but they both have different goals. So one of them is dragging the other one around. This is from that movie. It's not Big Hero 6, but it looks like it. We'll just say it is. More of my cat. This is a lyric from a song that I like, and then just like a little doodle to go on with it. Thick Thighs Saves Lives. Just preaching truth. This is a drawing that I did while listening to a Billie Eilish song, and I wrote out pieces of the lyrics to be a part of the picture. I really liked it. And then I did this after because I was super sad and needed to get out energy. And sometimes I just draw swirls when I need to get out energy. These are characters that I have no idea where they came from nor where they went. They've never come back since, and they're adorable. They're made of oranges. So they were like the idea of like if a fairy was an orange. The loose sketch of a greater painting idea. This is specifically because I drew this page first, and he looks wild, right? And you see this and you're like, this just looks like some noise next to him. And I did that on purpose because I was like, what if so I drew him, and I was like, what if I draw something over here that looks like it's nothing, but then when you flip the book around, it looks like it's something. So take it in. You see him? Noise. Oh my God, it's a woman. I really had fun with that idea. I was like, wouldn't it be cool if you were like, that's just scribbles over there, isn't it? And then this was definitely not scribbles. I don't know why I liked that, but I thought it was fun. These are sketches for a character I have in mind, another sketch for a character I have in mind. More drawing plus self-motivation, gym bros, in love. Little space cat based off a figurine I used to have, but I gave that figurine to my niece. So it is with wherever it is now. Another idea for a character, island lady with a waterfall hair with her sister sleeping in the background who has tree hair. Anxiety babies that are asking questions that no one needs to have answers to. This is the first time I started reading Game of Thrones Song of Ice and Fire book 1, but I took a break after a little bit, and now I'm recently picked it up again, like last week, literally. So that will probably pop up again. But I was trying to draw out the characters as I saw them in my mind's eye. So this is Arya. She's little, she's 9, and she's full of feist, as most 9-year-old girls are. This is Sansa. She wants desperately for everyone to accept her, and also she can think of nothing but, you know, the ideal of romance in a fairy tale world. If anyone knows who this is, I will draw you anything you want. If you comment who this person is, the juicer, who is he? If you get it right, I'll draw you whatever you want. This is another characterization of like future me, and it has lyrics from one of my favorite songs, Me in 20 Years. More Game of Thrones art. We got a little Jinx. Literally, she is small. I had just gotten the art book, so I was really excited about looking through it and seeing what there was to see. Hello, I'm back. We're gonna make this so speedy because the light is going and my battery keeps dying and my storage keeps filling up and we need to be done with this. We have 3 more sketchbooks to get through. We're just gonna speed run. Brain say boy, brain say pretty boy. That is really funny. I'm not gonna give any more dialogue. I'm just gonna let you look while I flip. Another prayer. Don't be reading my prayers. Those are between me and Jesus. Journal stuff. This is for the setting, one of the main sets in my V6S story idea. One of my places. If every pork chop were perfect, we wouldn't have hot dogs. You know why I drew that? Because this was ugly and this was pretty. A lot of my struggle is not thinking before doing. That's relatable. I don't know what that was about, but moody as hell. Go me. More doodles. More, what's his name? Tokage. I don't know who these are. This is like, I don't know. Ideas. These are from One Piece. These are some studies from one of my favorite mangakas whose name I can't remember ever anytime I think about it. But she's the mangaka for Wish Had Atelier. Thank you. This is how I was reading Dune at the time, so this is how I imagined characters in Children of Dune. More characters. Figure drawings. More characters. A comic. This is when I first started being like, I'm gonna do comics. Doesn't matter if they're bad. So this was my first bad comic. Let yourself live. It's mainly for me, but if you need to hear that as well, let yourself live. Lots of moody art. Some characters that are just moody and fun. I love to be moody and fun. Harley Quinn. Harley and Ivy. This is based off of one of my Legos. This is also based off of one of my Legos. My cat again, and my cat 3 more times. That's the end of that sketchbook. Let's go speed through the next 3. So these sketchbooks, they start a lot later than those other ones do. So this was, like I said, began back in November. So these really early pages are November. I was reading that lesbian coffee shop book that I am obsessed with. I can't remember the name of. Legends and Lattes. That's what it is. So this is how I imagine Viv and Tandri with her little horns shaved off and her mouth tusks. I always feel like people draw her mouth tusks too small. So I was like, they need to be huge. They need to be large enough. More Jinx. Let's see. I got a big fat pen and I was like, ooh, fun. So I drew a lot of stuff. My big fat pen. I'm scared a lot. You'll see that as a pattern, but it doesn't matter because obviously I always get through it. I don't remember what this is. I think this is like a band or something. Whatever. We're speed running. More thoughts. My cat. She's cute. I draw her all the time because she's so cute. Je ne suis pas un ventilateur. Isn't that funny? Yeah, I thought that's funny. Doing more Japanese study. More Harley. I seem to like to draw her in this pose because, I don't know, it's a cool pose. She looks good in it. Some sketches of America styles. I have the Elden Ring art books and I was looking through and trying to mimic a lot of the iconography from America. Some little fairy person. More character explorations for that character I've been thinking about. Regular looking fairies. Weird looking fairies. Wildest looking fairy. The back of my cat, some gremlin guy. They look strangely similar until I distinguish them, but they are different. There's so many notes in these books that it will be easier to get through them fast. So, oh, poem, very fun. Then another poem thing. This I actually put on my comic Instagram. I will link everything below, even though I think I've already mentioned it once in this video. Cute, sad. It was like a cute, sad poem that I did. My cat. It's another character exploration. Doodles. More doodles of Vin because I'm still on the Mistborn series. And look, we've got Elend. Celestial cosmic goop. I love it. Anyways, some little guys based off of more Brian Froud characters, more Brian Froud characters, more Brian Froud, not a character, but based off of like the world that he built. This is based off of Brian Froud character. Laundry list, grocery list. This was a paneling for an idea for a comic that never has yet come about. More doodles, shapes, whoever this robot guy is. He says, don't lose faith in myself, so thank you for telling me that. He also says I can get away with crime, so I don't know how to take that. More character explorations. I kind of switched the mood colors for these two characters because I thought it would be fun to switch it up, just for shits and giggles. Brief comic that I wrote. It's based off of lyrics from a song by Ingrid Michaelson. You're one smart teeny. And then that's the last page. This page is because I saw a mouse run right in front of me into its little mouse hole right next to me that I did not know. Sketchbook number 2. We're doing speed, remember? He has a headache. More shapes, drama, poetry, the loves of my lives, a little fairy girl, some watercolor stuff that explores some of the world that I'm making, a list, another list, 3 more lists. See, I told you we're gonna get through this really, really fast. More figuring out fantasy stuff for my story. It's a me, Mario Kart me. I even put that here. Yeah, I know myself so well. Little retelling of my adventure, a panel per day study, whatever that is. Oh, ink swatching here. Shapes, cool flowery girl next to shapes. More explorations on character studies. I really like this guy. I don't know where he came from, but I love him. These are supposed to be Hitomi Mochizuki, but I don't think they look like her at all, so. Dark Souls inspired thing, but not really Dark Souls. These are kind of my own doodles. My own doodles. Just kind of stuff that I think is fun and cool. Very pretty doodles. More doodles. This is Vulpix and a character that I think would be a fun trainer for the fire type Pokemon. Fire type Pokemon, speaking of, there's Cyndaquil and there is Vulpix. This character is also fun. I really like her. Maybe I'll do more with her. This kind of looks to me a bit like Labradorite. Is that what her name is? More stuff. I was trying to play with what it would look like if there was like a little gold in some of my colors. So I added just some gold sheen to some of my inks. More Elend explorations. Ooh, spoilers for Mistborn, don't look too hard. Grief strikes at strange moments. Yeah, that's so true. Strangeness comes in grief moments. I don't know, I was just being silly. My cat, more lists, and the last page of little doodles. I like whoever this is. She's fun and feisty and angry looking. And we're on to the last sketchbook. Thanks for hanging in this whole time. This is a comic about an eating disorder recovery. More doodles. Even more doodles. This is also a little comic, but I didn't share that one. It's just like one for me. My guts. I love being puppy cat, so drew a lot of them. Supposed to be a self-portrait. Mario Kart me. I often write that down when I draw myself these days. I don't know why, but I think it's funny, so I keep doing it. More doodles. More people. I like to draw people a lot. That one trainer that I thought would be a fun fire type trainer. Another fire, her again. And a lot of this is just doodles. This is figure drawing. More figure drawing. In this one, I specifically tried to like spin the image around in my mind's eye to get as much from the reference as possible. My mental visual space is very, very vivid, and it's pretty simple for me to manipulate things in that place. in my mind's eye. Expressing it on the page is a little harder. Creating that communication between my mind's eye and the page is a bit difficult, but I still like to try to do it because it's fun. So this was the original pose of the figure, and then I shifted her a little bit, and then I was like, well, I'm gonna shift her the opposite direction, you know? So thinking about it from different angles. It's really fun. Another prayer, some more doodles. Probably like a list. Oh, this is YouTube stuff, but I really liked these characters. I don't know what that's about, but you know, sometimes I'd be writing stuff. Oh man, I'm tired. Good thing we're almost at the end of this. More doodles. More doodles. Just some doodles of characters. Some doodles of this character that kind of reoccurs in my artwork a lot. And some cats. More America study. I thought she would look pretty if she looked tired, and she does. Character studies. These are 2 characters that are from one of the stories I'm working on. Princess Mononoke. These are all like story pages. These are some doodles of ideas of character designs I have. These are all like sorting out story beats, character motivations and personalities and stuff, designs, and what different character designs read as, things like that. I think that's a lot of what the back here is. So there's this character as well, it's just really pretty, working out kind of what the crowns look like, stuff like that. Yeah. Oh, this is fun. These are little figures that I just drew, but I still like them. I think they're fun. And that hand is really good. Laundry list and packing list. And Jon Snow, because like I said, I am reading Game of Thrones again, so I really like it. And I was like, why are adults always demanding that children act like adults when said adults refuse to do that themselves? Because I'm reading Game of Thrones and I'm like, man, the kids are acting like adults because they're being forced to, and the adults are acting like babies. So anyways, thanks for coming on this little sketchbook tour with me. I made a lot more artwork this last 3 months than I have almost my last 5 years of my life, and almost maybe including the time I spent in university as well. So I'm really happy that I've been making so much stuff. Lately I'm making artwork every single day, and it's become a bit more like breathing. It's become a lot easier, but it was not always that way. So if you're having a hard time making artwork and you want to do sketchbook work, try to develop whatever internal monologue you need to let yourself keep going. Because as you can see, I went through so many different aspects of coping and so many different ways of like trying to let myself draw something over and over and over, even on different days at different times, different ways, whatever. And I write those little motivational things in here that you probably saw all over, that I did not realize was such a plethora part of my drawings, but they help me. And you seeing them probably won't like help you a whole lot. I don't expect them to. But you should, you know, if you see stuff like that and you're like, I want to make that for me, I want to draw motivational artwork that is for me, then do it, because it helps. It helps a lot. If nothing else, it helps you have a better relationship with yourself. And that is one of the most important things that you can have. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for letting me be vulnerable with you. Leave in the comments, what are you making today? Are you making a food? Are you making an art? You making a sketch? You making a line? You making a square? Are you making some crochet item? You making a knitting? You making a sock? Tell me what you're gonna make. And I'd love to hear about it. I hope you have a great week. See you in the next one. Check out my weekly updates if you kind of want to know what the latest of whatever I've been up to is. So see you in the next one. Bye.